Hello guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to show you something funny and interesting that I discovered recently when playing Arma 2, and you see it right here on screen. I was just kind of driving along the Balota airfield while playing Wasteland, actually, in my tank together with another friend, and I discovered this lovely little jet airplane. I thought I'll do a quick video about it just simply because I never saw this before. In Wasteland, like the Wasteland mod of Operation Arrowhead, you have much more gear, you have much more stuff to go around, weapons, tanks, airplanes, cars, everything, helicopters. So since this is something that you normally never see when only playing DayZ, I thought it might be interesting for you guys. So one cool thing, you just saw it there, the ladder kind of unfolded in a really cool way. So you can see this is a really powerful jet aircraft with these two massive engines in the back. It is actually called an A-10 Thunderbolt. I had to look that up myself. I didn't know. Actually, in fact, I'm not entirely sure whether it's an A-10 Thunderbolt 1 or 2, because I think in Operation Arrowhead you have both of them, and I looked at all the different pictures and they do look very similar. So maybe if you know the difference, then you can post it in the comment section below. So I'm kind of just navigating around that little bit of dirt there on the runway because I didn't want to crash the plane before anything happens. I'm not a particularly good pilot in DayZ. I think I've flown an airplane once and that failed terribly, so I didn't know that you have to put the flaps down. So you can see my terrible fail attempt right there to start this airplane without the flaps down. And you know, it ends like it had to end, but you will see in a second. But that's kind of the lesson to be learned here. If you want to start an airplane in DayZ or in any Arma 2 mod, always put the flaps down, because otherwise the plane just won't lift off the ground. And that's what's happening right here. Fortunately, I was lucky enough to not die or crash the plane, so I managed to turn it around and kind of give it a second try, and this time obviously putting the flaps down, because it's a 50-50 chance, right? Either flaps have to be up or flaps have to be down. Well, I learned that lesson now. They have to be down. So now I'm starting. And this time it all works out well. I never landed a plane. I think this plane actually has some kind of landing assistant built in, but I don't even know how that exactly works, whether you put that on when you're already on the ground or you just align with the runway and then put it on and he puts you down automatically. I don't know. I have no idea. But what I can say is it's really great fun to fly this airplane. It's really fast. And once you made it into the air, it's actually not that difficult to navigate. It has a few weapons. I think I tried out 2 different weapons. You're going to see that later. It has one kind of machine gun weapon that, you know, is just simply like a really powerful machine gun that you would also find in the front of tanks and some other vehicles, on the back of some Humvees and stuff. And it has a few rockets under the wings that you can shoot. But to be honest, I was so busy kind of just staying in the air and not crashing the plane that I didn't really have time to search the ground for possible targets, you know, and then kind of attack them. It really literally was my first steps in trying to fly a plane like this. You can see the landing gear on the bottom there. I'm sure there is a button somewhere on the keyboard that kind of folds that back up into the plane, but that's also something I don't know. And we all know Arma is, you know, a piece of software that doesn't really explain you anything. I was looking in the scroll menu, you know, when you scroll the mouse, to see if I can find anything there which like put up landing gear or something, but there's nothing there. So I just kept it out, and all I wanted to do literally is kind of fly a bit of a circle and then eventually come back to Balota and land it again, just switching into the interior of the plane. And that's really cool. I mean, for me personally, it's much more difficult to fly, but it really reminds me of these little flight simulations, you know, that you could buy, and now they don't really exist anymore, but like the Microsoft Flight Simulator and stuff, they all look like that, and you have this lovely you know, cockpit view all around you, and it gives you this immersive feeling of sitting in a real jet cockpit. So that was really cool. And now I'm kind of just making my way back trying to get back to the Balota airfield. You can see I'm kind of pulling a bit of smoke there behind me. I think that's just kind of the exhaust that comes out of the engines. I don't think I put that on in any way, or possibly that you can put it off. I don't know. The cool thing is really the speed of this device. Like, I think it's one of the fastest planes in the game. There is another jet that I haven't found yet, unfortunately. I don't know how it's called. If you know the name or tell me where I could find it, you know, let me know in the comment section below. But this already is extremely fast, and I wouldn't even know if you make it back to the airfield and you make it on the ground, how you would break this kind of down. I mean, yes, you can press the Z button, you know, it's like Q for pushing up speed and then the Z button for kind of reducing speed, but is that also the brake? I don't know. You can see I'm like majorly insecure about the controls of this airplane, but it was a cool experience, and I thought I'd share that with you guys. So now, as you can see, I'm just kind of flying back to Cherno, and I thought I'm gonna do like a quite low flight over Cherno, as low as, you know, I kind of trust myself to still control the plane. And you will see in a second that something rather unexpected happened, and till this day I can't really explain to me how exactly that manifested. But as I'm leaving Cherno, right there, you can see someone shoots me down. And I don't know how that happened. I don't know what was going on there, but somehow he probably had a rocket launcher. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. You can leave me a like if you did. You can subscribe to my channel. I do all kinds of video game related content. Otherwise, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.